According to the Autism Society, a national organization with a mission of helping families, more than 3.5 million people in the United States live with autism spectrum disorder. To find out more, Carolee McGrath spoke with two mothers whose children are on the autism spectrum, Jacqueline Williams-Hines and Sarah Reilly, who have been working together to spread awareness about autism and dispel myths about the limitations often put on children diagnosed with a disability.
Oh, he is amazing. Joshua is now 22. And he is this budding choreographer and singer / model, actor. And he is just, I think he's living his best life and really exemplifying that, we have no idea what our children are going to grow up to be. And I think that's the message that I would like to send to a lot of parents. When you're newly diagnosed, it's so hard to see in the future. But just don't put any parameters around them. Let them be who they are.
It's amazing because he's going to be going to school for dancing and choreography and singing.
He is going to start attending Berkshire Hills Music Academy for voice and dance. And he has really shown me that, sometimes we overlook what we think when they're young as being what we would call in therapy perseveration. They have such narrow fields of interest. And I found that if that's something that your child's interested in, build on it, immerse them in it. And so he loves to dance, and that is who he is. And he will tell you, I am a dancer. So I'm just so proud of him.
When you first got that diagnosis, when he was little, obviously, you have that look-back period now where you have the wisdom of what has changed. But for parents who are newly getting that diagnosis now, what could you say to them?
I think first, and that's something that I've talked to different legislators about and friends who are legislating different bills, is that I think I would love to see support, because I don't think we give ourselves time to absorb the diagnosis. There is a period of grief that we go through. And because our children don't often have physical presentations, most people around us don't understand that you're still going through this grieving period. You're kind of lost the child you thought you had the day before you got that diagnosis. And for a lot of parents, we're kind of expecting ourselves to just hit the ground running, start looking for services, start, getting into all these service delivery systems, and it's a lot of work. So in hindsight, I beat myself up a lot about I should have done this sooner, I should have done that sooner. And now in hindsight, just giving myself that permission to say I needed time to absorb everything that I was going through. And so for parents, I would say, first of all, it's not your fault. Take the time to absorb it. Take the time to grieve. There's nothing saying that you don't love the child that you have, but you have lost a child. It's the child that you thought you had yesterday. And that's okay, that's normal. And don't guilt trip yourself and beat yourself up. I think once we accept that, then we become much more effective advocates for our children. But give yourself that permission.
Sarah, would you agree with that? I know that you have 3 children on the spectrum.
Absolutely. When my oldest, he'll be 18, was diagnosed, I didn't know anybody that had children on the spectrum. I didn't know what that looked like. And they immediately start throwing things at you. I think even more so now with our younger children, because there are more options for therapies and different programs, you just are given whole large amounts of paperwork and new words and vocabulary is just thrown at you and things that you have to do to help your child succeed, and it's very overwhelming.
Now your son, your oldest, who's on the spectrum, is going to be 18 and he's going to college.
Yeah.
Was that something that you thought was possible when you first got the diagnosis?
No, he first got kind of like a preliminary diagnosis when he was 2.5. He was mainly nonverbal. And then we have the final on paper diagnosis at age 9. And they were very blunt and said, he's probably never going to leave home. He's always going to need your help. He probably won't go to college. And I think at first I kind of accepted that. And even in the back of my mind, sometimes I think that. But now we've spent, the last almost 10 years just kind of prove everybody wrong. That's my goal, is to say, you know what? No, my child is far more than that.
And so how have you done that? I mean, for people who really are looking for advice and some guidance.
Honestly, the best thing I think I ever heard was Temple Grandin. A lot of people know her. She is on the spectrum as well. And she said her parents didn't treat her like she had any kind of disease or disorder. When she was, diagnosed back in like the 50s, that's when they generally institutionalized children with difficulty. And her parents just treated her like any other and didn't lower the bar. They kept the bar high and forced her to go above it. And I think that's what we kind of do with our own children.
Okay, and your youngest, who is on the spectrum, just received a different report that was encouraging for you.
So Thomas was diagnosed at 2.5. He was almost completely nonverbal. I didn't even notice the signs because I was so absorbed into taking care of his older brother, who was a year older, and making sure he had everything. And when the different therapists would come, they started to notice, the different characteristics. And he just recently had his IEP at school, and the psychologist said, I don't even know why he has this diagnosis. I don't see any of this anymore. So, we've kind of taken a step back. He no longer gets services in school, and he's far exceeding anybody's expectations.
And now you started a group, Jacqueline,
Yes.
called No Small Victories. I first want to ask you about the title
Yes.
of the organization.
The title originated because I was in the workplace, and I remember being, in the lunchroom, and you're hearing all these parents giving all these glowing reports. My child just, earned this belt in karate or this championship. And I remember saying, well, Joshua, he learned to tie his shoes. And people kind of looked at me like, well, what's the big deal? Isn't he old enough? And it occurred to me that we live in such small increments of success. And I got so frustrated that people would dismiss that as if I wasn't supposed to, applaud him or celebrate his accomplishments because they came in such smaller increments. And so for me, that became an anthem of empowerment for me and Joshua. And I would say there are no small victories. Every accomplishment should be celebrated. So if I saw him make some gain that looked really small in someone else's eyes, I made a big deal out of everything. And I think sometimes as parents, we use other people, children's accomplishments as this barometer for success. And it's so frustrating. So I tell parents all the time, don't look to the left, don't look to the right. Celebrate every accomplishment that your child has. And when you build that self-esteem in them and let them know that they can accomplish things, they usually, like Sarah said, they usually far exceed our own expectations.
And would you say that your children have changed you and taught you things, and really taught you things about the value and the uniqueness of everybody that perhaps, we would have overlooked?
I think it makes you more compassionate to other people. It makes you a lot stronger than you ever thought you could be. We go through a lot as parents. We have high stress levels. And even this past year, when our boys started kindergarten, within a couple weeks, I started feeling depressed, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And I talked to the doctor, and they said, your stress level is just always on top. And immediately, you just went right down because you didn't have anything anymore. And it's something that nobody really thinks of, doesn't share, and that's a real thing.
Tell me a little bit about how your son, who's now 22, has changed your life.
Oh my goodness. I never would have come down the road or the path that I'm on now. I ended up going back to school and getting a master's in education as an autism specialist. I help other parents now. I have a global radio show online, and it's just become my passion to really help parents through navigating the system. I was always such an introvert, which is so funny to me because people say, oh, you seem so comfortable speaking in public. It's like, yeah, that kind of happened inadvertently. But, I look at him and he is my inspiration. Like every day he's like this superhero to me because he goes out into a world where he has social skill deficits. And it's so, and I'm sure Sarah can back me up on that, it can be so frightening for parents because we always feel like it's the first day of kindergarten every day for a new experience for them. We don't know what the world's going to hold for them. But this young man gets up every day and faces new challenges, and he's telling me now, Mom, it's going to be okay. I'm good. So he's become like this superhero for me, and I don't think my life would be anywhere near what it is if it had not been for Joshua.